Yeah, hi there, this is tux.com again. Welcome on my video channel. Today I want to talk about a special lens I bought a couple of days ago, but first let's do a little unboxing. Okay, it's a nice box, and here we got the fully manual lens just with the f-stop ring. As you could see, I bought myself the AstrHori 25mm f2.8 macro lens, and this lens is available for Canon RF mount, Nikon Z, Sony of course, and here for my Lumix in Leica L mount. As you can see here, the build quality of this lens is pretty good. It's full metal, that is why it's pretty heavy. It's around 450 grams, I guess. And there are no contacts for anything connecting to the camera. It's fully manual. And the only thing you got here on controls is here the f-stop from 2.8 to 16, and of course here the ring to get more magnification out of this lens. That's the only controls you got. The magnification ring is pretty tight, but I guess that has to do with seems to be that there's a version 2 of this lens, because the first lenses of this type tend to change the magnification ring if you photographed upside down like this, but this version doesn't do that anymore. The taking pictures with this lens is pretty challenging, because you have a very tight depth of field, if you even can talk about depth of field. Like for example, with f-stop 5.6 on a magnification on 2 to 1, you only got 1/4 millimeter depth of field. So that is what you are talking about, and that's makes it pretty hard to take pictures, and you almost always have to do focus bracketing with your camera. Of course, the Lumix cameras and many other have focus bracketing built in, but only, of course, with the autofocus lens, which you can't use here with the AstrHori. The only way to move the focal layer is to move the lens and camera combination. So that is why I use here like a Novoflex macro rail, where you can move the whole combination of the lens and the camera step by step, so you can utilize the focus bracketing there. And I show you here an example of a leaf I did, even though normally a leaf shouldn't be a problem because it seems to be very plain in one layer, but here I had to do at least 15 images and combine them with helicon focus to one image to even have a sharp image overall. But there are nice and interesting details. The optical quality of the lens is pretty good, even at wide open 2.8. It gets a little bit better on f4 and f5.6, but if you close the aperture down even more, you will end up with blurry images because of the diffraction. So mainly this lens is only for static objects. Like here I did an example in the woods with some mushrooms, but if you have a little bit of wind and want to take an image of an insect or a leaf or so, you might not could finish that, because the wind will take out the object right out of focus. So with static images, a static object, this will work, but okay, with other on the hand not. And talking about focus bracketing, even for a small example, I show you here a small example of a flower. That one was taken at 3 to 1, but I used almost 60 images to get a sharp image over the whole object. But even this one, you were talking about, like, let's say 1/4 millimeter here. You only have depth of field. The precision here of even of a Novoflex macro rail won't be enough, so you have to move forward the macro rail even in smaller steps. Therefore I bought the Castell Fine, it's called. That is an addition, and you got here the scale, so you can even move forward the whole macro rail in steps of like 1/4 millimeter. That will at least work out for magnification ratios up to 3.1, but if you want to go even further, that won't do it. So maybe I have to think about buying the Castell M. That's a macro focusing rail specialized on those enlargements between 2:1 and 5:1, but it's pretty expensive, so I have to think about that. The lens itself, I didn't mention that so far, only costs 250 euros, around that price point, and that's to me a no-brainer to get into this genre of photography, because it opened up a new world of photography, let's say, and with this small price you can prove yourself if this is fitting your workflow, and if it makes sense, and even if you can work this precise. And if I don't like it anymore, that isn't a really costly thing, so it won't bother me at all to sell it like for 100 euros on the used market. But so far I'm pretty happy with this lens, because it's very good build quality, the optical quality is pretty good, and it makes a lot of fun to take pictures with this one. But of course you have to do focus bracketing every time to get at least a little bit of depth of field to cover the whole object you're taking an image from. Okay, if you have any questions to this, you might place them in the comments, and if you think this video was a little bit helpful, you might think about placing a like on the video. And I surely would help the channel if you subscribe my channel, but then don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Okay, that was my little review on the AstrHori 25mm 2.8, and all I have to say is till the next time, ciao, tux Oche.